Florida is home to the largest concentration of sharks in the world, so if you're after an exhilarating fishing experience, the Sunshine State is the place for you. If you've been shark fishing before, you already know how versatile it is. Stay inshore and there are plenty of species to target with kids, or head into deeper waters to battle bigger fish. In this video, we're covering our top 5 locations for shark fishing in Florida, as well as some important rules and regulations to keep in mind before you set out. If you want to see even more videos like this one, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe buttons below. Now, let's dive in. Most people still think of sharks as man-eating beasts. The reality is pretty different though. Most of the shark species you can fish for in Florida aren't dangerous to humans at all. Inshore and nearshore varieties like blacktip and bonnethead sharks are actually quite timid, making them beginner-friendly and kid-proof, which doesn't mean you won't have a fun time catching them. One of the best places to catch these species and others is the Florida Keys. Featuring 800 Coral Cay Islands, fishing in the Keys is excellent year-round, but if you want to hook into sharks, book a trip during your winter vacation. Species like blacktip and bonnethead sharks are migratory, and the Keys are their preferred winter destination. You can cruise for bigger fish offshore when setting out from the Keys too, but our next destination is one of the best for adrenaline junkies far and wide. Yep, we're talking about the luckiest fishing village in the world. Destin has one of the largest charter fleets in the state, which is a huge indicator of how good the fishing here is. And that extends to sharks too. You'll find your blacktip and bonnethead inshore, but it's deep waters you want to look to for heart-pumping action. The Gulf's waters get drastically deeper only 12 miles from Destin's shore, thanks to what's called the 100-fathom curve, a steep drop-off that makes offshore fishing more accessible than anywhere else in the state. That's good news if you're after species like mako sharks. These fish are at the top of adrenaline-seeking anglers' lists for a number of reasons. Not only can they exceed speeds of 40+ miles an hour, but makos are also among the strongest and most intelligent fish in the sea. They don't give up easily, so prepare for thrashing, ramming, and biting if you get one on board. This isn't a battle for the faint of heart. Mako sharks aren't the only fierce shark species in Florida either. Head to Tampa Bay and you'll be fishing in the most shark-infested waters in the state. Most notably, it's a nursery for what are arguably the most aggressive fish out there, bull sharks. These fierce predators are tough competitors, so you'll need to have your wits about you when you're fishing for them. They can top up to 500 pounds and you'll find them inshore, nearshore, offshore, and occasionally in freshwater. If a mellower trip is more your speed, no worries. Tampa Bay's got that too. It's home to blacktip, nurse, tiger, and lemon sharks. Just remember, Florida's shark fishing regulations are tight, and fishing for many shark species is prohibited. If you hook a lemon or tiger shark in Florida, make sure you're releasing it immediately. The next destination on our list is Daytona Beach. Some call it the shark bite capital of the world, and there are several species you can catch from both a charter boat or the shore. Like in the majority of the state, blacktip sharks are your most common catch in inshore and nearshore waters. They usually measure around 5 or 6 feet, and though they pack a punch, they're considered a suitable target for all skill levels. Daytona's long, wide beaches are what this Atlantic-facing city is famous for, and you can cast for blacktip, bonnethead, nurse, and even bull sharks with your feet firmly planted in the sand. On the flip side, hopping aboard a charter will give you access to deeper water species like hammerhead and mako sharks. Last, but certainly not least on our list, is Miami. For many, it's the ultimate travel destination. White sand beaches, warm weather, and great nightlife are just the start. And then there's the fishing. Much like in Tampa Bay, Miami's waters are prime breeding grounds for sharks. The waters of the Biscayne Bay are an important nursery for the iconic great hammerhead shark, a protected species in Florida's waters, as well as home to blacktip, bull, and lemon sharks. And if you're after the bigger species like makos, bulls, or hammerheads, there's no better place to charter a boat than Miami. You'll need heavier tackle for these species and plenty of room on deck to haul them in. Considering the city is home to one of Florida's premier charter fleets, you'll have plenty of options when planning your trip. Heading out with an experienced captain is especially important when you're shark fishing in Florida due to heavy regulations and multiple restricted species. On top of all that, they'll share tips and tricks that will take your trip over the top. If you're just about ready to get on the water, that's why we're here. FishingBooker.com offers the largest selection of fishing charters in Florida all in one place. With fast and easy online booking, real customer reviews, and a best price guarantee, you can spend more time focusing on what matters. getting your friends and family together, and having an incredible day on the water. So go ahead and visit fishingbooker.com and start planning your Florida shark fishing trip today.